So I've been on a journey really since 2018 to find out who I am. To find out who I am when there's nothing to be busy for, nothing to achieve, nothing to do, nothing to strive for, which is a very different place from where I was when I was out grinding and driving and shut up and doing it, right? Name of the podcast. And having just my entire days be filled up with every possible fucking thing. Meetings from 7:30 a.m. until 6:30, 7 o'clock, and then I'd go to a networking event at night. And it didn't change much when I got married the first time or even the second time, and ultimately had kids. But needing to prove myself without knowing it, right? And this has become the whole journey, the whole discovery as to who I've been becoming. Since 2018, there have been a series of massive deaths, literally the pain of going through something that is so unbelievably hard in order to come out on the other side. And what that has done is it's led me into this place of deep transition. I used to call it temporary states of chaos. And a lot of times I feel maybe it's a permanent state of chaos. My desire and need to control, to plan, to make sure I controlled the outcomes of everything that I did in work, in my personal life, even with my body, right? Our sense of control over how we can actually fix and make ourselves more fit. And why can't we just apply that to every other element of who we are? And it just got me to really go deep down and think, right? Who am I when there's nothing left to prove? Who are you when there's nothing to prove to anybody? Deep down, we have a lot of stuff from our childhood that comes up for us. Deep down, we might have been taught, right, as kids, that in order to be loved, we have to do things. We have to be smart. We have to not show a whole bunch of emotion, right? We have to monitor our parents' emotions and make sure they were okay. We had to protect ourselves. A lot of us had trauma. And some were deep trauma, right? So what did we do then? What did our brain come up with to help protect us as a little kid? What programs and stories and a subconscious and even limiting beliefs or beliefs at the time served us? And once you are awakened to the fact that we have these stories and subconscious programming, you go on a journey. You go on a journey and start asking those questions. Who are you if you couldn't fail? The one I've most recently been exploring is, who are you if you felt completely loved, worthy, and enough? What would you do every mornings? What would you do during your day? What would you be doing in your work? What would you be doing with your partner or your spouse? What would you be doing as a parent? If you were completely, and there was absolutely unequivocally no questions, that you were just completely loved, adored, and enough, and you felt worthy, how would that change things for you? This is the beginning of a whole bunch of healing steps that I've taken, that I continue to take. And I'm pivoting in a really hard, beautiful direction. And it's funny because as the people who are going through these soul journeys realize, right, as you start to be awakened to who you really are, my friend Steve said, "Congratulations and my condolences." The further along this path you go, the more you realize how very little you actually know. And the more you realize there's a lot there. There's a lot to uncover, a lot more than you think, because a lot of you, and like me, have been hiding and sedating for years and years and years and years, and not necessarily with alcohol, porn, or what the normal people, right? Not necessarily gambling and any of that, but what about just work? What about just busying ourselves every single day? What about fitness? Going to the gym, overly going to the gym, right? Like 7 days a week, 3 hours a day, that's sedation. You can also sedate with meditation or even yoga. It's a wonderful and beautiful introduction if you haven't sat with yourself and understood what movement can do with your body and your mind. At the same time, if you overdo it, you might be running from something. What are you running from? Take the time. Be with yourself. Start looking into where these stories have come from. Do you actually feel worthy? What is it that you need? What is it you really need to feel worthy? Thoughts for the day.